that's why I don't do this. How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome to Burnout Fairhaven.
Everyone!
Welcome to Burnout Fairhaven. Let's get the memes going. Finally a proper game title. Yeah, I think a lot of people are gonna be a lot less annoyed by this title. Multiplayer in this game was actually fun. The thing is, I was so annoyed by the rest of the game that I didn't wanna play multiplayer. Oh yeah, that's definitely not custom. Noise. And I definitely noticed the graphical adjustments. The interface is a lot less cluttered like this. Okay, Matharu, what exactly do we get? Obviously, we got interface improvements, so we got better graphics, and we got a bunch of new cars. What other improvements can we expect? The badges above the cars are improved, okay? And the names are changed to represent the correct ones. Nice. Yeah, let's not have 24/7 crashes. That would be super nice. Actually, we can like quickly look into the docs. Probably not a bad idea. Can increase the crash resistance. Oh, here, right? Let's see. Crash. Wreck resistance. Yeah, if I don't like it, I will increase it. Multiplier determines how durable your car is. Does not work during online multiplayer. Inactive -1, minus is... Okay, so it is already increased. It is at 1 out of 4 max. Default is 0. No, default... Oh, we already changed the car. GT4 RS. Nice. It does look a bit like a toy car. I actually saw one of those yesterday in Vienna, and it did look a little bit like a toy car. Then again, it's a really fun track toy. I mean, at the end of the day, let's just find out if the current crash resistance is fun or not. I do remember having a playthrough with absolute maxed out crash resistance, and it's amazing. Because you can be a lot more ruthless with your car and, you know, just have fun, really. You know, imagine Most Wanted 2005 and you just slam into the corners to get a little bit faster time. Or just because you're lazy or you just want to have fun. Alright, burn nitrous available. I gotta say, I don't hate it. I don't hate it that you do one race without nitrous. Wait, it says Continental Drift, but it is a circuit race. The brake to drift mechanic. Okay, generally, I don't really want it outside of Burnout, but when it works, you know, when it works, it works. Oh, wow. I think we're gonna reboot the game with a little bit more crash resistance. The thing is, this game is actually so much better nowadays with all of the improvements. Especially, like, you unlock all the DLC, you get the more resistant cars so you don't crash out every 5 seconds. That is actually, it broke the flow of the game for me. Whenever you crashed out, you have the crash cutscene, and you have to watch your car for about 5 seconds, doing nothing. But back to brake to drift, it actually works in this game. You do have a decent control over your cars in this game. Matharu, do you know, did this game require some kind of input lag removal? Because I remember something like it. I remember this was another game where I was painfully distracted by VSync and or input lag issues. VSync, there. You have to, in your folder here, there's this config, and you need to turn off VSync. That is what causes the massive input lag. Like, very often, it's more than just VSync, and they combine it with some weird-ass input lag. Yeah, I'm not sure how Criterion became so bad that they can't even do their own brake to drift anymore. Because something really weird happened after Rivals. After Rivals, the moment they started with the sliders between grip and drift, the moment they introduced that, brake to drift was really weak from Criterion, in my opinion. Yeah, Rivals was better in that regard, quite a bit actually. It was after Rivals. With 2015, in my opinion, they messed it up. In this game, they messed up the input lag for some reason. Dude, the car drives actually really good. One weird thing this game has is really long loading times after some events, before you can access Easy Drive again. You know, this is one of those games where I would like to teleport, but I gotta be honest, I don't hate it that much. I really don't hate it that much in this game that I have to drive around. In Underground 2, on the other hand, I actually hate it a lot. I'm not really sure why, but I guess I just enjoy driving here more than in Underground 2. The way Underground 2 is designed, especially when you have to go up and down the hills, You have a lot of very slow roads. I guess that's the issue for me. But you have to do a lot of driving at low speeds, while this is actually quite quick. I feel like this was one of the games that was people's first experience with an online grind. I remember I played Burnout Paradise multiplayer a lot more than 2012. You know, in 2012 I was just, you know, I was not fixing it. I don't know why. I was fixing Rivals. I remember I put Rivals on 60 FPS. I guess I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed that this wasn't Most Wanted 2005, number 2, right? I guess that was really it. Like I just you know, frustratedly put this game to the side because it wasn't Most Wanted from 05. Because if I did some googling, I could have fixed the input lag, and I'm not sure when they brought out the crash fix. Obviously it's just offline, but it would still massively improve your experience. The wild crash physics and Rivals. Yeah, I found that more entertaining than anything. I only hated it when the entire game froze because of it. That was a problem. I think we can put him. Yes. Yeah, I think if they brought this out under a Burnout name, it would have been better. I really enjoyed that Burnout Fairhaven logo. It's a lot more fitting. I don't think people would have hated the Burnout with real cars, right? Like, I don't hate the idea of combining the Burnout and the Need for Speed franchise. But two things that really triggered me. First of all was the input lag, so it was hard to drive. Then when you crash out, you had these really long and boring crash cutscenes because the crash physics themselves were not very good. And if you combine a lot of input lag, that leads to crashes, and crashes that are boring to watch, you get a fairly annoying experience that ruins the flow of the game. And it really ruined it for me additionally because it wasn't Most Wanted 05, right? Not even in the slightest. Sense of speed. Tesla. And now it immediately broke. It is a lot of grip. I'm not sure I like those track tires, as you mentioned. Like, it's so much grip. I do think it still makes you faster though. I can't shake the feeling that they actually boosted the handling a little bit. You know what happens to me is that I actually get too far on the inside. Like, it's so grippy right now. It's good, right? You just have to get used to it. I do think you can get faster like this. And this game is really in desperate need of improvements. The base version of this game has too many flaws. I think what I liked the most about the DLC was the extra cars. The drift events, in my opinion, are kinda boring. Yeah, I saw all of the ideas. They really wanted to make another Most Wanted, and it probably would have worked if they just had one more year. But EA was too strict about their 1 year release policy, right? They just wanted to have money every year. Every year they need to sell a Need for Speed. That was definitely a game that would have been so much better if it cooked for another year. They should have let them cook, but they didn't. So now it's ruined forever. When they let Criterion cook, I think the problem is the Criterion of today is way smaller and also preoccupied with making other games like Battlefield. The thing is, Criterion is just an assist studio on Battlefield, right? They don't really have much of an impact anyways. Like, they probably just do the dirty work. Like, all the grunt work, all the shit that has to be done but nobody can or wants to do it. Ah, no, that's a Nismo Juke. Oh, that's a Juke. Oops.
If you want their car and their place on the list...
On the list. Oh yeah, what is that list called? Do you have a name for that list? With the Most Wanteds? I gotta say, it's a lot more a Most Wanted-like feeling when you know you can slam into the wall and don't crash out. I think you can even crash into the cops, so I'll have to give it a try. Next roadblock, I'm hitting head on. Let's see if we can get that Most Wanted feeling. Oh yeah. This is so much better. This is part of the fun, you know? Correct me if I'm wrong, but part of the Most Wanted fun is to hit the roadblock at full speed. I need to show you a few things that you should do for the setup of this game. So, first things you're gonna find is your folder. It's in your documents. If you have the EA app, and as far as I know, you need the EA app for this mod. So first of all, you need to find your save folder. And for me, it's C, users, your computer name, documents, Criterion games, Need for Speed. And here's this config file. Make sure to turn the vsync interval to 0, or you're gonna have massive input lag. And the other thing, in the HD effects.ini, which is in your scripts folder, this one here, you want to make sure that crash, actually it's just called resistance, I think. Yeah, rec resistance. You want rec resistance maxed out at 4 so you don't crash all the time, and you want vsync interval at 0 so you don't have input lag. Those two things alone are gonna make your time with this game so much better. But yeah, the HD effects to make the game look better, but you also get the crash resistance here, which is super important. Alright, and of course you get a bunch of modded cars. Yeah, the HD reflections do make the game look a lot better. I also think it was extremely unnecessary to have off-road tires in this game, because it leads to these weird things where you would go for off-road tires while you're off-road, and then once you're off-road, when you're on the road again, I mean, you switch back. Right, that's just awkward. no matter how you look at things. All-wheel drive kit was a game changer for pursuits. Oh, for sure. It's really hard to find like any modern racing game where all-wheel drive isn't overpowered, but to be fair, all-wheel drive is overpowered in real life too, so they're just adjusting to the real world. 100% the vanilla version of the game. I really couldn't. I was so annoyed by the game. The crash cams, the input lag, the not being most wanted 05. You put all of that together, I just didn't want to play this game. I was genuinely mad at this. I was so excited. I was so excited too for like a new most wanted, right? Definitely something I was super excited for. And I got super disappointed, like most people. How shot NOS? It's, you know, I kind of like the idea of this because it was like Blur. You use all the NOS at once to get a strong shot, but it's just not good in this game. I gotta say, I get very distracted by those blips on the minimap for the checkpoints. Like a triangle for me is never a checkpoint, and that's definitely part of the mod. That was not in the original game. If it was, I forgot. In my opinion, you can tell the handling is good if the player just never hits the walls. The spikes hit the traffic car. Okay. What car did I find? Could try that M3. Yes. Oh, that was rocky. Something went wrong. That's great, EA. Why don't you fuck off, okay? I'm playing in offline mode, so you don't go on my nerves. Oh, that one drives weird. Who made this car? Oh, it drives really weird. And it's slow. Dude, somebody detuned this car. This is not the performance of a GT2. Not even close. Like, the performance part must do a lot to make this car viable. The Tesla truck. I gotta find the Cybertruck. I need to use it. Absolutely need to use it. It really looks like a super old school video game race car. Like low polygons. The weird thing is, if you hold the handbrake, you can't turn off your engine. There's a recalibrate button. Great. You know what's funny? They actually deleted the category for Most Wanted 2012. And let me tell you why. They did it because of me. Not because I told them to, but because they made a mistake. Back in 2017, when I started streaming, I basically told the Twitch people, hey, guys, we only have Most Wanted 2012 in the list. Can you please add the game image picture for Most Wanted 2005? And they did. But at the same time, they deleted Most Wanted 2012 and they added Most Wanted U instead. That's what they did. That was their mistake. Instead of adding Most Wanted U separately and also having Most Wanted 2012, they just deleted it. Yeah, I'm surprised that they don't go by some kind of, I don't know, library where they can check if a game exists or not. Instead, they're trying their own and it's just very incorrect. Bam! So much better when your cars are sturdy. Like, just not breaking the flow of the game is way better. Dude, I was just in the menu to jump to the next event. Caterham, it's actually a Caterham. Ford Caspita. It's not actually. It's not actually a Ford, is it? Oh, was that the weird car? Yes, the Caspita Roadster. It looks like a Burnout car, let's be honest here. This looks very much like a Burnout car. Mid-engined, but the proportion seems so out of whack. Crazy. Caspita Roadster from Giotto. I thought that's something to eat. They built 3 for showcases with no serial production. Alright, fair enough. Honestly, this reminds me a little bit of Ital design from Need for Speed 2. 3.5 liter V12. That's tiny. Why are the cylinders so small? That sounds like a Le Mans engine or something. Formula 1 where it's restricted. Higher RPMs. Yeah. I mean, you gotta make up for it somehow. It is an F1 engine. Okay, doesn't surprise me. But then it has the wrong sound. It's probably gonna ram me here. But yeah, this game was pretty much an extension to Burnout Paradise. Vertical takedown. But I would put this into like a Need for Speed 2 or 3 bonus car. The way this car looks. But yeah, way more enjoyable if you don't crash out every 10 seconds. Because that would have been a crash, guaranteed. And it's unnecessary. Why would you watch a crash cutscene if you can avoid it? There's nothing spectacular about the crashes, so why would you want to watch it? Which surprises me, even in Hot Pursuit 2010 they had better crashes. Still not that amazing. It was primarily cool looking when you actually took out another racer. And this game they kinda turned it off. And now it really looks like that NASCAR C2 from Need for Speed 2. A Ford exclusive car that now has Hyundais. And what is it? Giotto. I gotta say, this event layout was pretty funny though. It seems like that was an event layout where the developers actually had fun. I wonder how big the checkpoints are in this game. Like, by how much can you miss them? Checkpoint missed. Geronimo! Come back, come back, come back! No! I don't think I want the Nissan Juke. Oh, let's go. Rocky's car. Rocky's car for sure. They really just went ham on this one. Make it look crazy. You think he still has that car? Right, he got that car gifted from EA. And they somehow managed to not include that as, I don't know, extra content into the game. Remember when a game had like an extra content section behind the scenes, that kind of stuff? They don't even put it in the game anymore. Unbound 2012. You know, when it comes down to the actual release version of this game, you know, I didn't like it much as a Burnout, I didn't like it much as a Need for Speed, right? It was both a mid Need for Speed and a mid Burnout at the same time. And that is shiny. Was that always this shiny? Dude, why is my brain bad? Again. I'm a lot faster on 2 wheels than on 0. I think we can pull it off. Since I didn't unlock inflatables. Right, I said I would do this event even without a fully upgraded car. I love how it's still broken in the cutscene. I have forgiven this game nowadays, but at the same time, we figured out the optimal settings for the game. Rivals I had more fun with. I actually went back to Rivals. I would prefer this game over 2015. I think it would be interesting, some kind of most wanted handling for 2015 and multiplayer. Just to see how it feels. That ball on the antenna is so silly. Honestly, this car is actually quite good. Like, if those stats were just taken from Unbound, it's actually very quick, this car. And it's super grippy now with the track tires. I'm not sure if the mod optimizes the handling of the cars. Ow. You said it's the stock stats, but I don't know, I feel like the cars are grippier today. At the moment I put on the track tires. Ouch. You ready for the double crash cutscene? What are we racing here? At least in the cutscene. 918 Spider. It did get replaced though. We're gonna see something else. What the hell is this? I need to race it, whatever it is. And that looks like a fake. That looks like another fake car. What is that? It was so blocky. Now it looks like the flat out mobile or something. Flatmobile, right? They brought back the endless. What? Where did he come from? Looked like it exploded there for a second. So what is this? Speed Racer Mach 5. Oh, I see. I have to try it. I can smell the pixels on this one. Beautiful. Dude, the front wheel is really badly aligned. Where did you get this one from? Was there a Speed Race video game? If there was, this is a terrible model. Restarting the game fixes it. Oh, I thought the car is just wrong. This is your daily driver? Ah, it's from GTA 5. I cannot stress enough how much more satisfying this game is when you don't crash out every 5 meters. Bitch, he's still alive. Yeah, that's the one that I really want. I don't think I can... Where is he? Spawn again, you motherfucker. Where are you? Dare to spawn next to me now. It's my goal, 230. Where did he drive to? Dude, I don't know where they get the speed from while drifting, but okay. What? What? Hey, it shows the wrong car. Oh, this is so buggy. You have an Elva without a windshield? How do you like the car? I am really unsure about it. Full face helmet because you're being blasted in the face by the wind. Yeah, like a single stone would totally wreck you. If you have no windshield to speak of, like you would get wrecked by a pebble, man. Like if a pebble hits you in the eye or the throat, like you're fucking done. Or at least your eye is. A bee, yeah, they're like anything really. Anything that has some weight to it. I mean, this one also doesn't have a windshield. Look at this. You're right. It does not come with a windshield. There's a really flimsy mirror in the middle. It's actually the first time I saw this car today. I didn't even know it existed. Like a McLaren Roadster. I'm gonna get wrecked every fucking time, dude. This scripted bullshit. This corner is deadly. Honestly, the mods make this game so much better because I know I get triggered immediately. If you give me the vanilla version of this game, I will get triggered. Input lag, crash cutscenes, like those two combined just makes it a horrible experience to me. But you fix it, you turn off the VSync, you max out the multiplier for crash resistance, you get some visual mods, HD reflections. It's nice. I mean, now we have car mods, also cool. Bunch of new cars, feels like a new game, right? Hey guys, Kuru here. Check out Instant Gaming for cheap game keys. Click the link in the description below. I think at the time when the game released, it definitely deserved the hate, because every Need for Speed Most Wanted fan was expecting a Most Wanted game. And this isn't it. This is not Most Wanted. It's a shadow of the original Most Wanted. And if you saw what the developers had in plans for this game, then you know that even the developers wanted a lot more for this game. I think the Need for Speed history would have developed very differently if they could have made the game that they wanted to make. This is Most Wanted at home, for sure. That is true. And that's also what they should have done. They should not have called it Most Wanted. After changing the core gameplay of the game so much from what was initially intended, they 100% should have changed the name. Gotta say, from the back I like the car. I really don't like it from the front. Yeah, the thing is, it's extremely difficult to convince a publisher that the extra development time is really needed. Like, you need someone in management that can be very persuasive, right? Because you have to convince the publisher that it is worth their money, investors, and time. It's to their benefit to wait an extra year. But I think most managers probably don't care. You know, at some point things become too big. They become too big, too many people are involved, and then it starts failing. Matharu, when's the last time you... Idiot! Short gears. The thing is, if I do short gears and I quickly get the 25 close calls, it will be pro. Whoa. Can you get a grip? True, actually one of my critiques to this game. Hitboxes are bigger than they should be. So very often you're gonna touch a car, although the hitboxes didn't even meet, the visible ones. Alright, the sense of speed is probably extreme in this one. In this camera, you're so close to the ground, man. If you need more sense of speed, I guess this camera is good for you. Even this one is tame in comparison. Yeah, in the Voodoo People video, they also run against trees, right? And stuff. Cars included, I guess. New cars, best cars. Well, that's why I don't do this. The crash cutscene is still happening, and now you're busted because of the long ass loading time of the game. What did I even lose? Did I lose anything? You lose Pursuit Bounty. Yeah, but the Pursuit didn't... Oh, does it... Do we get Pursuit Bounty during the race itself? This is the bitchiest corner in the entire game, man. They built that exactly in a way where it fucks over the player. No! Why do you hate me so much, video game? Does this ever work, man? Oh, look how fast the shadows are moving because we sped up the time of day. The shadows moving way fast. Buggy. Cento Diezzi. How do you pronounce the thing? I have to read it again. Cento Diezzi. Well, I think that's alright. I'm not sure if it looks futuristic or retro. I don't Definitely looks very cool. But games definitely feel fresher if you get a new set of cars. Honestly, the endgame cars are a little bit too fast for this game. Your wheels are gonna start lifting off the ground and you're not gonna have any grip, you know? That's the big difference between a Burnout and this game. At least in Burnout the cars were always gripping. Unless you were doing like a big jump, but even while you were like flying around corners, you still had some grip going. Physics! Like if I combined it with, let's say, Burnout Paradise or Burnout Revenge, like the handling just worked better in those games. That is why, you know, I don't think this was a good Burnout nor a good Need for Speed, because either franchise was not supported well. No, he did it again. Press Y to purchase the airport. This shit again, dude. Escaping into DLC. EA next level tactics. How many people do you think actually bought the DLC because he escaped over there? Unbelievable. Grip? Why not? As long as I survive. Traffic takedown. That's a thing? Wait, 209? That's really not that much. Oh my god! Kuru got swatted. It finally happened. The nearly 7 years of streaming. God damn it! Wow. Oh, it's just Golf 7. What? Why is the category Golf 7? But hey man, thanks for the red Golf. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm really not sure how I should feel about the Golf 7. Isn't that the one that has the tablet inside? Or was that the Golf 8? I mean, you said I should beat the game with the Golf, so let's try it. What's the first guy? I couldn't say Yesko. Nice. Let's prove once and for all that the Golf is better. Can we beat a Koenigsegg Yesko? Is the Golf better than a Yesko? Yes! Hey! I feel like taking him down is not gonna be super easy. Let's go! Let's give it a try. Can we wreck him? I think you should have put the W12 or the concept Golf into the game rather than just the Golf 7. You know what I mean? Yes! Got him! I have to try it though. I can't just unlock it and not use it. Gotta try out the new cars though, before we leave.
On the most wanted list. Easy drive recommendation.
Not the blacklist, the most wanted list. Why don't you? Wait, since when is the... Whoa! Every time after the credits I've seen this. Perfect pause screen. Properly bonkers car. I'm a big fan of the Yesko. Can't shortcut here. But you can't shortcut the second one. It's so stupid. Like, who builds this shit? Why is the shortcut only one way? So sleep tight. Do come back tomorrow for more, and good night.